Yeah.
Thank you, senor. Alright guys, this is a good time to silence your guys' phones, just in case. You know how people like to call from the construction company asking if you want your roof done and stuff. Around this time. Do you mind? No, just kidding. You know what? I'm gonna just click this off.
We gotta put them on, yeah.
Alright, quiet on set, phones on vibrate and silent. Hair and makeup, please. Just kidding.
Button powder, please.
iHeart Radio,
That's what I need.
1043, Hygrozyme,
Here we go.
segment 1.
I don't hear anything on the left one though.
Oh, that's on his right where it meets at. Just play with that right there, maybe.
Or click the button, Joe.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
Which one's
8.
he on?
Yeah, it seems like it's getting disconnected there.
Is that it?
Is
It was
that it
back?
right there?
It's totally disconnected now.
Alright,
Here,
try this one.
swap them out.
Like this.
Daniel.
Oh, this one.
So weird, though.
So let me grab these ones off of you.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to give you these real quick.
Thank you, sir.
Of course. Check to see if it's only one channel.
Yeah, is that one working now?
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Can you hear us?
It works?
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
There we go.
There we
Alright,
go.
my apologies about that.
I swear, sometimes they work. Sometimes I even plugged them in the other day. They worked fine. I
You know,
did
it's funny,
personally.
yesterday this whole thing wasn't...
Oh, I know. I know. It's a show set.
It's got its own.
It's spooky sometimes. I
It's
think
called
it's haunted.
production.
It's
haunted.
production.
They all are.
It does. It
I
does.
mean, because I swear to God, I hooked up every single one of them this past weekend, and I listened. I turned them all on, so that's what I was like, that's not working. Oh, I did it this weekend. Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Cannabis Talk 101 iHeart Radio, episode 1043, Hygrozyme, segment 1, take 2. In 5, 4, 3.
Hello and welcome to Cannabis Talk 101, the world's #1 source for everything cannabis. My name is Blue. Alongside of me is Mr. Joe Grande, and you are now tuned in to the greatest cannabis show on the planet.
Thank you, Flacco, and thank you for listening to this show all around the world. For those who are listening going, Flacco, that's Mr. Skinny next to me, as Blue is losing more weight than I can imagine. And let me tell you how I noticed he's losing more weight. I brought in some homemade burrito tacos today, and the man didn't eat one. And they're homemade chorizo, homemade beans, and the guy just passed it on, and I look to my left, and I see nothing but flatness, and that is a true testimony, folks. If you want to know how to do it, you got to just push it away. So
And
I
I've got a new
congratulate you.
program that I'm
yeah,
working on
exactly.
right now
For
called,
$9.99, register now for Blue's
can-
workout program.
You can lose it too.
But hey, dog, hey, I'm not. I congratulate you.
bro.
I can really see it, and I see what your commitment by pushing away the food today. And I hate that I ate the other taco that you didn't eat. Thank you for listening to the show all around the world, you guys. And make sure you check out the website cannabistalk101.com, as we have so many great articles and blogs. And of course, feel free to give us a call sometimes and say hello. Leave us a message. 1-800-420
1980.
Check us out on YouTube at Cannabis Talk 101, all social media, and make sure you click on that subscribe button. Follow Blue at the #1, Christopher Wright.
Hello.
Oh, I just giggled thinking of you following. And make sure you follow me at Joe Grande 52. You're a little lighter. You've been a little lighter on the toes right there. If you fell again, typical. Into something special, folks. You want to know what that means? You already know if you listen to this show. Loran Oils is the spot. If it comes in infused products, the flavor you taste should be just as enjoyable as that experience you're looking for. And we're always looking for experiences, folks, whether you're using cannabis, whether you're growing cannabis, whether you're meeting somebody on the streets. But guess what? If you want something to feel good in your mouth, Loran Oils is the spot to go
Really
and
good.
get, because it's going to change your life. Joining us today on the show are two minds behind this amazing entity, you guys, that's just going to help really change the planet. How? It's agriculture. It's commercial cleaning for a greener planet. They care about this world. It's like, when you think about people like Leanne and Amir, Blue, it's like, I trip, because people who have companies like this, I hope they make a lot of money, but they're doing so much good for everyone else in the world, right? So these guys right here, besides us, is a product specialist, Leanne, and then Amir, the CEO of Hygrozyme, which is just a cool name in itself, right? The name, I can't wait to break it all down because the Zyme, the Hygro, it just makes me feel a lot of feelings. And for those hearing about this company for the first time, allow me to break this down for you guys a little bit better. They're out of Canada. Canadian-owned company, which is awesome. They came out here to do the show. Operating, manufacturing, committed to driving, innovating, and of course, sustainability in the horticulture and agriculture industries. Of course, that's this good green agriculture industry that we're here in this beautiful cannabis space, folks. With their extensive expertise, cutting-edge resource and development capabilities, their state-of-the-art laboratories that we're going to break down with this ISO 9001 certified manufacturing facility is. But bottom line, look them up yourself, folks. Hygrozyme, delivering exceptional formulations that consistently surpass customer expectations. Hear me now, believe me later. Go check them out as their dedicated team work tirelessly to develop and produce high-quality products that address all your needs in this wonderful industry that pioneers like Blue and his dad helped build. And if you're looking to say, I want to get into the game, well, then you need to look no further than the cleanest one in the game, which is Hygrozyme, as they're here to shine and their latest breakthrough of what they're doing, because this comprehensive range of not only me rapping and tapping, but their environmentally friendly solutions that they have are going to meet the industry standards and set the standards, you guys, as they reflect on what they're doing. Because what they're doing there, hear me now, believe me later, is going to impact our planet. Hygrozyme.com is the site. Feel free to call them right now at 1-800-565-3070. Without further ado, it is an honor and a pleasure to welcome the CEO of Hygrozyme, Amir, and of course, Leanne, to the show. Give it up for them, you guys.
Welcome, guys.
You guys, first off, thank you for coming here and blessing us with this story that we're about to hear, because, seeing a company like this that cares about this industry is impressive to me. You don't have to do organic. You don't have to spend money researching to make better products if you want to grow something. You guys help people grow things, whatever you want to grow, folks. You know what I mean? For this industry, we grow a lot of cannabis for people that are listening. But if you're growing tomatoes, you can grab this product right here as well.
Yeah.
Right? So that being said, Amir, you're the CEO. Where do you come? How do you even come up with the name, let alone I want to start making dirt? If you were my son, I'd be like, son, you're making dirt.
I wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't either, but I just, you know what I mean? Please tell me, Amir, what's the story? Because let's just face it, some people are looking at you like, wait a minute, you make dirt?
First and foremost, I step aside and allow the team to do the job. So a lot of the ideas actually comes from the team.
Right.
So it's a majority of ideas, and majority of the everything that we do is done by the team. It's not like a top-down type of environment. So our company is pretty old. We go back to 1974.
Wow.
And
You're kidding.
family owned.
This is family owned.
family-owned Canadian, goes to 1974, and we started with the usual cleaning chemicals, odor eliminators, and a lot of consumer packaged goods. And the cleaning side actually over time led to us developing products and cleaning products for the medical industry, for cleaning endoscopes and
High
that sort of
end.
thing. Yeah.
Medical is the highest end you can
and
clean.
I
I mean, there it is.
Yeah, and that was the time that we came up with enzymatic cleaners, and over time, we developed many different products, but it led to us being involved in agriculture. We've been involved in agriculture from the get-go pretty much, but focus more on it. From 2000, really, we made a strategic decision, and we discontinued a lot of the categories that we were producing before, and we switched entirely on developing biodegradable, environmentally products for growing crops. And that's where we launched Hygrozyme. So Hygrozyme goes back to early 2000. And you mentioned ISO 9001. I think there's very few companies in our industry that have that. There's going to be very few, and it means that each and every product that leaves our factory has to meet very tight and strict quality control criteria. It means each and every bottle is identical to the other.
You get the same every single time.
Every single time, regardless of which product it is. So if you get a bottle of Hygrozyme, if you get a bottle of High Shield, High Cleaner, whatever, each and every bottle is identical to the other.
Consistency is what your company
100%.
produces,
Exactly.
and you guys have a certification that says this.
Exactly.
Correct.
This is our Heinz ketchup in every bottle. It's Heinz
Every
ketchup.
single one.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Which is different, if I'm not mistaken, to just any other nutrient company out there, or
I do not know any other nutrient company in our industry that is certified ISO 9001.
Really?
Really?
I do not know.
wow.
But guys out there, if you have it,
yeah,
please,
yeah.
by all means.
Yeah.
But
You're not saying you
That's fair.
don't have it,
Right?
but
Yeah,
you're
no,
just
but
not
that's
aware
fair
of
to
it.
say. Yeah,
We
that's
just
fair
want to
say.
see the receipts.
Yeah,
and to me, I agree with that. And
I
like
love
you
it.
say, Leanne, I would agree with that. And I like when people say things like that and do things like that. This is what we have. I don't know what you have, but this is what we have. If you have yours, let's show. And let's.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, too, what you're doing, like I said at the beginning, you're setting a standard. Like you didn't have to do this, Amir. Your team didn't have to follow suit. You know, and by you guys doing that, we talk about this so much because your company is an established company producing cleaning products at the highest level. Now you step into what our industry is, this cannabis industry, high level product cleaning to high level growing materials. You don't come down, you stay at your level at your company that you brought in because of your industry professionalism. And that's what this industry is getting, which is awesome that we are seeing more people like you, in my opinion, coming into this space, which is now benefiting the cannabis space so much more because we have families like yours, Amir, that have money to been established great and now help this industry be great.
I think the thought process is right. Like, why is that important? Like, I know why, but can you share with our listeners out there why that's important? You know, for your product to be the same consistency every time, and you know what makes it more superior, and why you know somebody that was growing a crop would need it.
Well, there's a couple different things that I could mention. One for sure, you know, each and every grower has a little bit of problem with consistency. You know, if you have a specific, you know, strain, if you have a specific product that is known in the market, you want that product to be consistent each and every time.
Sure.
And now, if you take a look back at it, it also involves everything that you put into that recipe. And for example, let's say if you buy an enzyme product and you know one time it has 900 units in it, and the next time it has 800 units in it, so you're not going to get the same results.
Right.
So consistency is actually pretty critical. I think you can speak a little bit more about that.
Yeah, I think it carries down to the growers and the commercial operations as well, like, because they also have their own customers that they're trying to impress and their own consumers that are used to a certain level of consistency as well. So if the growers are using a product and one time, you know, it increases their yield by 10% and then the next time it doesn't increase it at all, their customers are also going to see the difference. So I think our products help the growers to maintain the consistency of their product as well.
Yeah, it's the same experience every single time, and I think that, you know, the reason I asked that is because, you know, when I was pioneering into this, I think the hardest part of being in a grow room is having the same exact product every single time, and I think everybody wants that, right? It's like, because once you find what you like, you want to keep that.
It's like In-N-Out. It's like Burger King or whatever, Taco
it's the
Bell,
same
right?
every
It's like,
time, yeah.
I want
You
that
know-
same thing every time.
You know
I
what you're
agree.
getting.
And it's so great, Leanne, that you're a product specialist. What does that mean exactly? Like, are you the master thumb grower? Like, what does product specialist mean for your title?
That's a good question. Yeah, so I have a little bit of growing experience. About 7-8 years ago now, I actually worked for one of the biggest cannabis producers in the world at the time in Canada. And so that's where I really got firsthand experience of growing the plant. I got to work with some just absolutely amazing growers that taught me everything they knew. And then right before COVID, you know, things kind of shut down a little bit. There was a little bit of drama, let's say, and then took a little break, decided to get out of the growing side of things, and I was wanted to stay in the industry, but be kind of on the ancillary side, and that's when I found Hygrozyme, and I kind of worked my way up through the ranks there, eventually got into sales, and then, yeah, I think I have a really good understanding of how the products work, and I've been told I'm good at talking. I'm not sure. So yeah, I get to work with the growers. I get to work with our distributors and our retailers and really explain the products at a technical level. And I do a little bit of consulting as well. So it kind of just encompasses everything that I do.
Well, when we come back, we're going to take a break real quick. And Leanne, I want you to walk us through all these products because I'm looking at the mag and I see 5 beautiful colors. I don't know what those
Looks
are.
awesome, actually.
It really does, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like, what is it? Like, is it a pack of cigarettes, a bubble gum? What's in this damn thing? It's Cannabis Talk 101. We'll be right back after this break. Right? It is. It's like, what is in that? We'll come right back. Here we go. Ready? Yep. We're good.
Wow. Look at the root system.
It's just
Look at the white.
such a great
cleaning,
pamphlet.
Cleaning the white. I mean, just
It looks good, huh?
unbelievable.
On you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think
Danny.
like the first time maybe you get through a grow, it comes something
Go ahead.
similar, but you know, like
We're all about roots.
Cannabis
Yeah,
Talk 101, iHeart
much
Radio,
bigger the
episode
roots, the
1043,
difference.
Hygrozyme, segment 2, in 5, 4, 3.
I don't know if you're ready to make your own edibles, folks, but if you are, I got the guy for you and the place to make it happen. Truffly Made offers the highest quality and most affordable tabletop depositories and silicone molds on the market. It's made in Germany, developed by candy makers for candy makers. Now, Truffly Made can help you with your recipe services, such as developing or adjusting recipes, custom silicone molds, and they can come to your facility on site, consult with the whole team, and they can make it happen. Captain, let's go. Call them up right now. 619-500-3102. 10,000 of pieces of candy per hour. How many hours would it take to make 40,000 pieces, Blue?
4 hours.
Damn, you're smart. Check them out online, trufflymade.com. You know, hey, you can't get anything past this guy right here,
Oh,
boy.
man.
Tony, he would have sat there for a while. Financial Fridays, he would have been like, 4,000, I don't know. Listen to Financial Fridays. All right, you guys. Leanne and Amir are here, and we were talking so many great things about this company. Amir, I had no idea it's family ran like that. Like,
Yeah,
that's
I
phenomenal.
like that.
Dude. Is it grandpa, mom, dad? Who started it? Grandma?
Well, the owner's dad started the company, and back in 1974, and over time, one of the kids took over, and and then I kind of.
And then your line came in, and the family came in. Hey, whatever way, the family's in. I like it.
Yeah.
Your family worked
Are,
hard
are,
to get
is,
it.
are you family?
No, I'm not part of the family.
Oh,
I'm,
you just
I'm
came
the
in. Oh, you
CEO.
ran-
I'm running.
came in.
He's just the
Okay.
CEO. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Not
awesome.
just the CEO. He's
Yeah.
just the CEO. Yeah.
Not just these.
Yeah, let me
Exactly.
just-
That's
yeah.
a big company.
Yeah.
So, Leanne,
Yeah.
you find this company. I love your story, too. What an
Thank you.
entrepreneur of working so hard as a worker, too. Like, seriously. And being a female. Let's
And I
just
can't
call it
wait
what
to
it
hear
is.
that story about all the drama.
I
Oh,
mean,
man.
right?
Oh,
We don't
Off
have
air,
enough time
off
for
air,
that.
off
Right?
air.
Oh,
Yeah.
but tell us about these products that you come aboard and you coming with that background of being so ingrained in the cannabis space, knowing the cannabis space, and coming from a company that possibly may be named Tilray. Who knows what the name is? But there's big ones out there from Canada that are monstrous that we can read between the lines. And when you see these things like this,
walking.
you go. It's I told
It
you,
just
it's
walked.
spooky.
It's
It's
moving.
spooky, right?
It just walked.
What are these and what do they do? Because now these are 5 different products that I'm looking at. Is that the main ones you guys have?
Yeah, those are the main 5 right now. So like Amir said, we kind of kicked it off in this space with Hygrozyme in about 2000 or so.
Right.
So it's almost 25 years old now. It's getting up
More
there.
than 2 decades.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And that product, it's enzyme based, and it's basically a root rot preventative, and it's also a yield product. So how it works is enzymes basically work like a lock and key. So they're very specific to whatever substrate they're trying to break down. So our product, Hygrozyme, uses an enzyme called cellulase that specifically catalyzes the breakdown of the dead root matter in your plants in a mineral called cellulose. So the cellulose, they're connected. So as your plant grows, as the roots form, they start to shed the root hairs, and the Hygrozyme goes into your root zone, basically breaks all of those down, and turns them back into essential nutrients and simple sugars that are fed back to your plants. So not only are you preventing the root rot because there's no dead root matter in there to attach to the water molds that root rot is, but also with that simple sugars and essential nutrients, you're getting that yield increase up to 20% as well.
Now, are they testing for like water molds when they're testing? I mean, because I know mold is a big deal, right?
Yeah.
There's all kinds of, testing for specifically cannabis, but I mean, you know, is that something that would come up on a test if it wasn't clean or that root? Because that's something I don't know.
Yes, I mean, you can definitely test for water molds. The thing is, you will know pretty obviously if you have problems in your root zone. You can
Because
definitely
they're
test
just dark
for it as
and
well, though.
they look dark and ugly.
Basically, yeah, brown, slimy. Sometimes they'll start to emit an odor, and then your plant will slowly
Bugs
start to
coming,
die off.
then the bugs start coming.
Yeah, exactly. And
The challenge is once you get there, that plant is done.
Yeah.
you can't cure
yeah,
it.
exactly.
So you
Well,
start
that's
with
why
this.
you need to prevent it from
Exactly.
happening, right?
Gotcha.
So let me ask, because I'm not the grower and I don't understand this as well, so I want to be real dumb. So pardon my ignorance, if I may. Do I need to use this with other stuff or just this?
Typically, most of the growers that we work with are using a base nutrient as well. Hygrozyme is compatible with pretty much all of the base nutrients that are out there. So normally, yeah, you would be adding something else as well.
Okay, so this isn't my one-stop shop that I need only you guys to grow my
But I
cannabis.
like that because they're hyper focused in
I
one
do too.
spot.
That's why I'm
right?
pointing out when
Yeah.
you guys have a niche in this plant,
Yeah.
and that root that you're talking about prevents it, which then what prevents and saves you what? How much money you want to look at saving? Because how big
Yeah.
is your grow? You could go as low as 1 plant, 6 plants, or how many do you have, right?
Exactly.
So I get it. My point is I get it, but I didn't understand from the growing part. If I was to buy this product, do I need something else with it?
And if so is it best to catch somebody when they're starting their entire grow? Like for example, what was the grow?
Oh, Green Horizons.
Green
What
Horizons.
was it called? That Green Horizons?
Yeah.
Green Horizons out there in
How
Palm-
many square feet was that?
A million square. What million? Coachella Valley
Yeah,
was a mil. Well, the first one was 100,000, but they're going to be at 1 point over a million square
So
feet.
is it best to get in with them from like while they're launching and then just stay consistent, or I mean, because if I just come in, I've been operating for a year or two, if it's just going to my next grow, would that just help it, or is it something that you want to
Good
start
question. I like that.
from the conception of a grow?
Yeah, can it?
Yeah, I mean, definitely best case
both,
scenario
right.
is when we're starting right from the beginning and we can kind of, like I said, consult and help tailor your grow and tailor your recipe. But also, as long as we're starting from the beginning of a cycle, it doesn't really matter if you've been running a year, 2 years, 10 years. If you're looking to really kick your plants into high gear and really compete and reach that top level of quality, you can add it in at the beginning of any cycle.
And what would somebody, I know probably the answer, but I'm just going to keep pulling it out of you. Is what does the end product, the difference between a plant that's sick and it's not
Between a plant that's sick and not
sick, but just doesn't have your product line?
doesn't have our products.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, for Hygrozyme, the big thing is going to be your yield increase up to 20%, as well as cannabinoid increases up to 15%.
Oh, that's huge to notice the difference. So
It
that's
is.
exactly what was going to be my question. Going, did you guys have anecdotal evidence of once you use it and then not use it, you look at the batches and that the batch difference is about that?
Well, if you look
That's fair to go. Hey, man.
And
Well,
not
if you
just
look-
anecdotal, we have lab tests as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Too lab. Oh, I
Yeah,
love
each
that.
and every product is tested at a third party at least once. This is in addition to us actually doing a lot of testing in-house with all the other growers
great.
and that sort of thing. But one thing though that I kind of like to emphasize on what you said, Hygrozyme being a very, very good root rot preventer is vastly known in the market, but the other benefits that it brings to the table are not known as well.
Sure.
Increasing yield and increasing the cannabinoid is actually a very big deal. We've been visiting a lot of different facilities that are using only salt-based fertilizer, facilities that are using salt-based with, additives and that sort of thing. You could even see the difference in how the crops look like.
Yeah.
Sure, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I like this that Blue pointed out, the before and after look
Yeah,
that you
that's-
guys
I mean,
have
it-
here.
it-
This
it-
just sets it
that-
off
that
right here,
says
Ben.
everything.
It
Yeah.
really does, Blue. That's why I'm like, well, hold on. I got to wait till you stop talking so I can show the people on YouTube, if you're watching,
Yeah.
as I just let you zoom in on this, because Blue, this is says it all.
It's night and day.
I mean, this is like this. Basically, Blue handed me something that's like, here you go, Joe. You want to see what they
But
do?
in addition
Yeah.
to
This is it.
in addition to cleaning the roots, does it also create a thicker root or a more? Yeah,
It looks like it.
will.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it
It
feels like
will.
it would totally do
yeah.
it.
It just allows the root to grow at its maximum capacity, right?
Exactly. Like the more that it breaks down the dead root hairs as they shed, the more room there is for that plant to produce stronger and healthier roots. So you'll see bigger roots, you'll see wider roots, and overall just a stronger root zone as well.
Let's talk about the hero. There's multiple products here.
Yeah.
Right. Let's talk about the hero. Which one's the hero product for you guys, and which one? Because there's always a hero, right?
We love all.
Well, there's
of
the
it.
high
That's the
clean, the
problem.
high
There's
shield,
one-
the
there's
high.
one
But
you-
there's a good one.
you
That's,
looked
yeah,
at me
that's
like, I'm not
what's the
sure.
number one seller?
Yeah.
How about that? What's the
Yeah.
number one seller on this?
Yeah, I would say, I mean, Hygrozyme is probably the number one seller just because of how long it's been on the market, and it has a very strong reputation. Most of the growers that you talk to have heard of it, used it,
Respect it. Yeah.
respect
they know.
it.
They know its value.
They know what's up. But the high clean actually, especially in commercial grows, has been really picking up over the last couple of years. So I would say that one is a close second at this point.
Wow.
And I have another, I feel like a weird question, but I don't know this answer. So I see 5 products, right? Let's just say I have a grow. Do I need all 5 products, or is everything situational and circumstantial?
Yeah, it's fairly situational. You know, it depends on, are you growing indoor, are you growing outdoor, what are the current challenges that you're having, what kind of equipment are you using. You certainly can use all 5. One of the 5 is basically Hygrozyme, but 5 times concentrated, base for commercial grows. So if you take that one out, there's 4. So you certainly could use all 4 together, but it's not always necessary depending on what it is that you're going for.
You know, if you have irrigation lines, having high clean is a necessity because you know it keeps your lines open. It's an irrigation line cleaner, especially nowadays with the trend towards all the salt-based fertilizers. Pretty much everybody has.
It just
some
goes
sort
in
of
the
issue.
mix.
Exactly.
Just add it into the mix, right? And
1
it
ml per
doesn't
gallon.
And
harm.
because it's
It
clean.
doesn't harm the plant. It
Yeah.
helps the plant.
Exactly.
And it helps other things around the plant too, like cleaning things and cleaning tubes and going
Keeps
things.
it all.
It keeps
it all
everything
clean.
running smoothly.
and it's healthy for the plant.
Kind of lubing everything around
100%.
the whole
It's
plant
natural.
situation.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's natural, does not have any acid, does not have any chemicals, any harsh chemicals in it. I would say that it's one of the only natural irrigation line cleaners that actually works.
Wow.
I love this. I love looking at how you guys do this. I like the feed calculator that's on your website as well, which if you want to sit there and figure it all out, it looks like you guys are helping people with what they need. Break this down for us, please.
The feed calculator, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we can always do this for people as well when we're chatting, but basically you can go on our website, you can select the product that you're interested in, your reservoir size, and then kind of tailor how many weeks you're running your cycle, as well as how many times per week you want to feed that product. And then it will tell you exactly how many milliliters of the product you need per feeding, per week, and per cycle in total.
This is awesome, you guys. I think everything you guys are doing is helping the community, an established company like this, that I look and feel like it's a medical graded type of company
it really
because
is.
that's
Yeah.
the level, you know what I mean?
It's
Which
just,
in my
it's the
head,
next level.
it's that next level of pharmaceutically, you're just at that level, the company that you're bringing in, dude. So thank you for representing like that and coming in to this industry and bringing in what we need, right? Everybody needs to step up their game.
100%.
Period.
It's
We're
so
And
always on
making
the
things
technology
better
side.
and making things better, and you guys are making this better for this industry. So if you're growing, you need to look into this. Go to their website. Once again, it's hygrozyme.com. When we come back, we got the high five and so much more.
Yes.
We'll be right back after this
Let's
break.
go. Good job. This is fucking great learning. I love it. Yeah,
Yeah.
over here. You know, I just listen to our listeners, right? I'm thinking what they're thinking in their head. They're like, oh my god, you know, it's important for people.
The good
Yeah.
thing about it is that you guys actually get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been doing it for a long time.
There's a show. Yeah, we did a show.
There's a show.
Yeah.
There's a whole show.
Well, that's
No,
the
but
thing.
like your understanding.
Oh,
is really-
totally.
is
Yeah.
really
Well, so I mean, it's good because we do this, and we love geeking out and talking with people like this,
What,
and like
what
learning
I,
the
what
enzymes
I like
and like
about
it. Like,
is that
Yeah.
you guys actually understand really well like what's our positioning in the industry. It's pretty
we
cool.
see it. I see your business. I see it. It's Joe. We can help.
Cool.
We can love that.
Let's,
All right, Cannabis Talk 101. iHeart
We know who
Radio.
you're looking for.
Episode
we know exactly who you want to see.
Exactly. We know
We know
exactly, dog.
what you want. Yeah.
We- I think, oh,
And we'll get really good at delivering it.
Watch. Hear me now, believe me
Yeah.
later.
We're good at
Could have been
delivering
out
it.
of several thieves with us all the time. Oh, Lordy, Lordy, Lordy. I don't know if you ever found yourself caught up, folks, but if you know what you mean, you know what you mean. You need a lawyer to help you out, and you're over here in Killer Cali? Well, we got the man for you, Mr. Freddie Sage at the Fox Firm. He has over 20 years of experience and has become one of the best-known criminal defense firms and cannabis law attorneys in the state of California, from low-level misdemeanors to high-level felonies and any matters related to cannabis. The Fox Firm offers a free initial consultation on all legal matters. Call him now, 310-877-5033, or check out his website, thefoxfirm.com, with 2 X's. I want to thank everybody around here for making this happen, and thank you
Yes,
so much,
thank you,
Michaela,
guys.
for doing what you do and looking so wonderful over there. And sorry for making fun of you about the DJ wife on the last show. I felt bad when I went home. Why'd you say that on the show, Joe? Because your husband was on. Sorry. I love this company, Blue. You know, it's always making things better that I really like in life, because I even look at this as myself, Omar. And as I look at you being a CEO,
just
you're
call him
making
Omar.
Is it Omar? Amir? Amir.
I gotta
like-
call him on it.
wondering.
He loves to just change people's names.
Omar, welcome to the show, Omar, the new CEO of the show company. You should meet Amir. He's a really cool fucking Canadian dude. He was on earlier. He looks just like you, though. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry, Amir. But Amir, I just love when things get made better, right? And it's like looking at everyone in ourselves. I try to make myself better every day. Blue's consistently showing off how he's looking better every day by pushing tacos the way I mentioned earlier and consistently working on himself. And you're doing things like this, dude. Like, that really is impressive. And for people to look out there, and like, if you're wanting to even just do your home grow, this is going to really ensure, not 100%, but ensure that you're going to probably have the best experience of a grow that you could possibly have if you're going to start doing something like this. And if you're already doing something like this, folks, look into this game, because you just heard what they're doing and where they come from and what they're about. So,
And you can put your feeding schedule together on your
I mean, you got
on
the
their page.
calculators.
100%.
I mean, that's
and-
huge. Right?
Everything that you guys are offering like that is like real information that's so, I don't want to say easy, but one of those things that you guys hear me now, believe me later, and call them up, 1-800-565-3070. That's 1-800-565-3070. And the website again is hygrozyme.com, hygrozyme.com. And Amir, I'm sorry that Amor had to leave and everybody else that I brought to the show had to leave earlier, but I'm going to do the high five with
He's
Amir
back.
and Leanne. Amor had to...
I think you called him Omar.
Omar, don't you? Omar had to leave, but we'll do it with you.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We're going to ask 5 questions. Amir, you'll answer it. Omar's out the building, and Leanne, you'll answer next. No 3 people, just 2. But it's going to be fun and simple. How old were you the first time you were introduced to cannabis, and who introduced it to you by?
Well, I've grown up in a home that music was played all the time.
Yeah.
And a lot of stuff like The Doors, Jimi Hendrix, Led Zeppelin. So a lot of our parents, friends, were like hippies from 60s and 70s. So I guess it's just natural for me to get to know the industry.
The garage
It
was,
was-
the garage was
it was
all
in the
over.
Me
house.
growing up.
Yeah.
So like Blue, like it was
Yeah,
in your
we have
house.
that in
Yeah,
common.
and I was
Yeah.
6 around when I got it introduced to me too. I was 6, a little baby, because my older brother was 16. So same kind of concept with my
Yeah.
older brother, but not dad, same family, same kind of
You
concept.
gotta
Just
blame music for it.
Yeah.
our life. I thought it was
I don't.
Mexicans.
I'm happy about it. Like I think it's an amazing thing.
Me too. I just thought it was a neighborhood thing. Like I looked at it as I didn't know. Just like if you grew up wherever you grew up, you don't know what that neighborhood was like. You just grew up there. It's my neighborhood. It's what we did.
Well, I know now.
Hey, me
The
too.
neighborhood I grew up in was not like I live
Hey, and
in
I know when
now.
I read your arm, that's not a safe place. What about you, Leanne?
For me, like similar, I think it was probably my older sister.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's where I first kind of started hearing about it and started experiencing it. She used to hang out downtown and do all kinds of silly things, and then I would hear about it when she was fighting with my mom later.
She's got to be impressed that you're like a product specialist at a cannabis growing. Like, I mean, this is kind of cool. Remember, I introduced you to that. You know what I mean? She's trying to claim you're all big time now on shows and
I'm
stuff.
the one that hooked you up.
I'm the one that gave you weed for it.
Had to give her a shout out.
You have to.
And how about you, Omar?
Hey, dog, Omar left.
Oh,
Hey,
sorry.
Omar, come back. Hey, Amir will answer
Question
for him.
number 2 of the high five. What is your favorite way to use or smoke cannabis?
Well, I would say it has a lot of medical benefits these days, and we see a lot of amazing products out there that help people. Like I know a lot of people who who had a lot of difficulties with cancer. I actually know one person myself, and I think it has a very, very strong positioning in the medical industry.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of benefits to the crop. It's
I-
amazing.
I go
it's
back.
magical.
I go back all the time and say that especially to people that don't believe, right? Because there's still a lot of people that have the stigma, and I go back to this, and I keep saying it is the United States would have never made cannabis for medicinal value had it not had medicinal values in it, right? Like it's just simple. Neither nor Canada or anywhere else in our countries are not going to just go, oh yeah, let's just do it to make money.
Right.
We're not that in whatever, but yeah, you guys get it. So I think it's important that we recognize that from a medical standpoint, because even on my father's deathbed, and it's dear to my heart, is that while he was on that process, he was on oxycodone, Vicodin. I mean, they were just giving him pills after pills, and it came to a point where he's just like, I'm stopping. I'm not doing any of it. I'm just going to use cannabis. And there was a day when he got up and was walking around. He hadn't been walking in months, and then he went from completely on opioids to completely on cannabis. And he wasn't running around doing jumping jacks, but he was standing up in the home, and I'm going, what are you doing? Like, I was just like...
You ready to catch him? Like, hey, sit down.
No, and then he stops and goes, I'm hungry. And I look over, and he's frying up some eggs or something. And I'm like, that's amazing, because he hadn't done that in months. He just lay there.
Life-changing.
It's life-changing. So, and this plant is. And how about you?
I mean, similar, again, I see so much value in CBD. Like, I've had a lot of personal and family experience with medical issues like cancer and fibromyalgia and a lot of different things. And I've seen CBD and the medical side of cannabis absolutely change lives.
Sure.
So that's where I see a lot of value.
It's just amazing that all three of you say these type of comments, and that we still sit here and have to deal with people who will.
They're naive.
You know what I mean? It's just so crazy that three different answers. His dad on his freaking deathbed, for God's sakes, and his dad standing and eating and making himself a meal. It's almost making me cry thinking about my dad getting up and doing something like that, and then to have to deal with druggies.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's still a real thing.
It really is.
I tell people all the time, I have a hard time sometimes telling people that I don't feel like I need to, but then I often have to explain myself almost. Oh, I'm in the cannabis industry, and then you have to explain, like,
the real benefits. Why we're doing it. Why we're in this industry. We don't even sell
we're
plant.
doing it. What
We don't even sell any weed.
What our values are.
What's the why?
What's our why, right? There's a core value to what we do, and that's why.
And those three answers are the reason why is what we do.
Exactly.
Those three answers were the reason why we do what we do, actually.
100%.
And the thought behind it is when we started this show, it wasn't built on just being fun and getting high and having stoner tricks and having cool stuff, which
that's
is
cool.
which is great. I have nothing against that. It was Cannabis Talk 101 for the educational piece, and I appreciate you guys bringing value in this space as well. So
yeah, question number 3 of the high five: craziest place you ever used cannabis? Omar left, so Amir, you're gonna have to answer that. Or can you answer for Omar?
I plead the fifth on this one.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's all, Omar smoked once at a bar. What about you, Leanne?
Well, I haven't yet, but the craziest place that if I could, there's a really cool waterfall up in Wells Gray National Park in British Columbia. Shout out to my Canadians. And you can actually hike down and get in behind the waterfall. And that's on my bucket list.
You get behind it, huh? That's awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
I wanted to do that.
That's my bucket list.
Yeah.
Are you taking us, Leanne? Let's go.
Let's go.
Maybe you guys could do a show in Canada.
I would love to.
I think we're doing an event out there pretty soon.
At Hygrozyme.
Oh, yeah.
We're coming out to the
We'll see
facility.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question
We'll
number
see
4. What is your go-to munchie after you get high?
Or as of lately.
Or
Whatever you're going to.
I always go for fries.
Fries?
Always. If not
What
around,
kind?
it's
From
going
where?
to be
From
chips.
where? Homemade or from where?
Doesn't matter as long as
In
it's
and out?
fries.
You guys don't have an In-N-Out? You guys have an In-N-Out out there?
We don't.
Oh, no.
Oh, then what's your go-to French fry then? McDonald's? McDonald's got a good French fry.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
It's the salt. It's all the salt.
It's the and I'm one of those. I'll just eat the French fries from there. Like I don't want anything else from there but the French fries.
Yeah.
So French fries.
Yeah,
You
always.
What about you, Leanne?
You
What's
get a
your snack?
McFlurry too.
Oh. Who are we kidding? Who are we kidding? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was a given. I thought that was a given. You know
also
that.
Put some,
Yeah. Sorry, Leanne. Go ahead.
For me, it's normally pizza and brownies if I had one.
what
Pizza
kind of
and
pizza?
brownie. What kind of pizza? Yeah.
Like pretty much any pizza, a Hawaiian. Sorry for people who don't like pineapple on
We
pizza.
had one
but
yesterday. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, we had a Hawaiian yesterday.
It is funny. It's one of those things. Sorry for those who don't like, because I went, oh, I don't really like. I'm like, oh. And then you said sorry. I went, oh, thanks. Like weirdly in my head, like why did I say thanks? Why am I? Why do people say sorry for those?
It's the
Like,
Canadian. It's rubbing off now.
Is it?
And
I like it
And then brownies, just a regular brownie.
Yeah.
with ice cream.
Like
Vanilla?
homemade
sorry.
brownies.
He's over here.
Homemade brownies are where it's at.
Hey,
and
Tony!
Pretty good brownies.
Yeah.
I'm doing the little bite sounding of the eating sound. He called me last night and did that on the phone, which was hilarious. He literally called me. I'm putting my kids to bed, and I picked up my phone. I go, hello. He was calling me, 9 o'clock at night. So I'm like, what the hell? He's probably drunk. But hey, Tony, I'll call you back, right? And I'm like, I pick up my phone thinking he's drunk calling me. So I'm like, let me pick up. And he's all, I go, Tony, I'm putting my daughter to bed. I just want to say I'll call you back a little bit. He goes, I just need to tell you one thing real quick. And I go, what? And he goes,
And that was it.
and I go, that's the best. Okay, bye. Question number 5. It's so good to see you, Amir. So welcome to the show.
Welcome back.
Dude, I thought you left like 10 minutes ago. I thought it was somebody else here. So, Amir, if you could hang out with anyone, dude, and just hang out and chill, dead or alive, who would it be and why?
That probably would be Neil Young. I mean, in addition to everything he did for music, what I really admire about him is that, on anything social, he's always vocal and he absolutely doesn't care what people think about what he says. He speaks his mind. I really admire that.
Neil Young.
Well, listen. So, your team
Look at him.
actually kind of knew that, and they want to put something together for you. So, ladies and gentlemen, Neil Young.
Come in, Neil. Damn it. Omar took him. Omar cut him off outside. Damn it, Omar.
No, the last guy almost had a panic attack. He's like, no way, where is
Oh my
it?
God! Hey, Blue did that to the guy, and he really believed him, and he got so excited. And the guy was dead.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
The guy wasn't dead.
Leanne, what about you?
After what you've done to Omar, I believe anything.
Yeah. So this is true.
We do it to everyone, Amir. Don't worry. Everybody has fun with us. What if there was a little Omar that came in like later today? I'd die. Leanne?
For me, it would probably be Jack Black. I grew up watching Tenacious
Jack
D.
Black.
Favorite?
and-
Yeah, what's movie though?
he's
Like, give me the
great.
best one. Like Rock. I mean, Heart. There's so many good ones.
School of Rock.
That's
School of
School of
Rock.
is fun.
Rock is
School
Yeah.
of Rock, also just like the original Tenacious D movie is just gold. I grew up as a musical theater kid myself, so I think it would be just really cool to get to sit with him and hang out with him, maybe have a couple drinks.
You
and
know his
just-
band?
I do.
Yeah. He's awesome.
He just
So
always
talented.
seems fun,
Yeah,
cool.
exactly.
Like, I like
feel
him.
like I
He seems
picked
like
up
a
on
good
I picked up on him a little late, when School of Rock hit. That's kind of when I really picked up on him and started following his career, and I was just like, wow, dude, I've been sleeping on this guy.
Oh, he's been a character for an
Years.
iconic character.
Well, he was in.
years.
He was in. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't. He was in a bunch of other ones. But,
He was in
but-
what?
Nacho Libre.
And
Nacho
Nacho
Libre.
Libre.
Yeah, that's what it means. An
My
iconic
life is
actor.
good.
But
My
I
life
just
is really
don't
good.
think you recognize it. It's like the guy from.
You didn't recognize him as being an iconic person, like
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
she's picking him as
Yeah.
iconic. Oh no, I did. I was up on game on him. I think he's the table guy with
Yeah.
Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he's
great.
been. Like I said, I think he's an icon.
Yeah,
I look at him
Oh,
as
yeah.
an iconic symbol of his era. He's that era of.
And you know he smokes.
Oh, come on, that boy.
You know
is
he.
damn.
So,
Oh, Amir, I love everything that you've done with this company, the way it looks, the way
Yeah,
you
your
describe
presentation's
it.
great.
Everything's great, Leanne. I love the way you know the product. I love that you're so intelligent. I love the fact that you're a woman and leading this. I just think it's cool because
Thank you.
it's just awesome to see intelligent people, let alone a woman who knows about growing and products and enzymes and all these things. When we geek out here and look at you and you're talking, I'm like, that's duh, yeah. And we both geek out on it. And you said this off air, like you like the fact that we like it. Well, we like this stuff. It's like, this is our industry too.
Yeah.
And so when you guys geek out on it, we geek out on it.
Oh, yeah.
And so the more that you guys have put into this, we just appreciate it. And is there anything else that we forgot to mention that we didn't mention about all these things that you guys put in there about Hygrozyme or anything else that you guys are doing before we let you get on out of here?
Yeah, just a big shout out to the big team behind us. We have a lot of people working day and night to bring new products to life. And, a big shout out to all our partners, all the way from our distributors to the retail partners to people who are organizing growing events, and you guys as well, that, just increasing the awareness and
Thank you.
giving us the opportunity to be here.
Thank you. Liam, anything?
Yeah, if I could add one thing, I know we mentioned the website. Check us out on Instagram as well, at Hygrozyme, HYGROZYME. We post product education. We post a lot of videos behind the scenes of our warehouse, as well as possible upcoming product launches. So stay tuned and keep an eye on our social media.
Well, thank you, guys. Well, there it is, guys. It's Cannabis Talk 101, and remember this: if no one else loves you, we do.